entire conference in my hands, but I'm going to need you to be the heart and the prayer and the caring and the energy to pull this out of me and to, when we finish, move it beyond this room. Because I do believe what we're talking about is substance, not form. And I can't believe that people would come to a conference like this. It really is quite amazing that even 500 would come to this, unless you're people who are ready for some kind of substance. So let's start. I will be giving you several handouts in the course of the weekend. I'm going to try to end each session with the gong. This is the very gong we use at our morning prayer at the center. We usually ring it 3 times to slowly quiet us down. I'd like to say that this should be more akin to a retreat than a conference, and there's no reason why it can't be. I'm going to offer you many words, and I want to say at the very beginning that this will go nowhere or to no depth unless these words are surrounded by a lot of silence and a lot of space. So we'll at least try to end each session that way. And I actually sense that this group already has the feeling, even the way you came in. There was a lovely, warm hush in the room. So I think you're coming for that kind of depth. I pray that I don't get in the way of that depth with my sometimes too many words. So let's start with this. It seems to me providential, not accidental, that today is the feast of John the Beloved, sometimes called John the Divine, John the Apostle. For some reason, we don't know where the tradition goes back to. On the Feast of St. John, wine was blessed. We think it was because John, who had his head on the breast of Jesus, would have been the first one to receive the cup and to share the divine indwelling. In many ways, John's Gospel represents the original mystical intuiting of the message of Jesus. We can't say for the most part it stayed there. It became very quickly, for all kinds of reasons. There's no point in blaming anybody or asking who did it wrong. It's probably the movement of Western culture. But religion in the West became much more juridical than it did really mystical. Karl Rahner, the Jesuit